All right, guys, let's talk helmets. I've got 5 of them to go through. I'll tell you what I like, what I don't like, what's my favorite, what's my go-to helmet. So many helmets out there. I don't know. I keep buying them. Who's to say what a good helmet is and what isn't, unless, you know, you've had to really use it, which thank God I haven't. But let's get into it. All right, here's the lineup. It's the Simpson Mod Bandit, the Bell SRT Modular, Shoei RF-1400, Bell Bullitt, and Biltwell Gringo 22.06. My head size is like 58, 59 centimeters, and it's a long oval shape. So I'm like more narrow, side to side, but long. And I think the most important thing with helmets is finding one that fits your head well, so you don't have pressure points and they don't get annoying to wear. All of these are size large except for the Bell Bullitt. That's an XL. So let me start with the first helmet I bought. This is the RF-1400. This was the first helmet I bought. I think right now it retails for like $680 or something like that. You could definitely get it on sale for $680 right now on Revzilla. And I'll put the prices of all these helmets up here now. And there's links to all these in the description. So God forbid I go down and I hit my head. I want to be wearing this helmet of all the 5. Just in terms of pure safety and how it feels, I think this RF-1400 feels the most secure, and you're paying the premium, and it feels like you're getting a helmet with good technology and the right finishes and all that stuff. That being said, it wears a little heavy. I think it's the right size for me in a large, but it's definitely snug, heavy feel. If you look at the specs, it's lighter than this SRT Modular and the Mod Bandit, but it feels heavier than both of them. So when you're riding around this thing in the South Florida heat for a long time, you will feel it, but you do know that you're wearing a quality helmet. So I decided to go modular. I bought the Mod Bandit. The first time I put this on, comparing it with this Shoei, I felt like I was wearing a child's toy. Feels a lot lighter. It fits me well. There's a little bit of room kind of left to right because it's definitely not made for a long oval shape. It's more of an intermediate oval, but all the comfort features of the modular. You've got good vents, you've got the drop down visor. That's a whole nother issue. So here's the drop down visor. I don't know if it's for this helmet or this helmet, but when I get a modular helmet, the first thing I do is drop the visor down and yank this thing out. Why? I think it's dangerous as could be. I read online before buying them that some folks were saying the drop-down visors compromise a little bit of safety. I don't know why, but my buddy got into sort of a slow speed wreck. Some truck like ran him off the road. He hit a curb, flipped in the air. The bike flew over him. He got up and walked away. Just some scratches, but for all intents and purposes, he was fine. His helmet was scraped up and basically ruined, so it saved his life for sure. But the worst injury that he got was a slice, maybe 1.5 inches, about 2 millimeters below his eyeball. And that was because the drop-down visor popped out and cut him right below the eye. If it was 2 millimeters higher, I don't even want to think about what would have happened to his eye. I think those drop-down visors are totally unsafe, and that is case in point right there. If you're going to get into a wreck, the helmet should save you, not hurt you. And the crazy part is all like 3 guys that I ride with regularly still wear helmets and use their drop-down visors. I yank them out. So these both have very similar features, right? They both have the switch that you can lock the modular part of the helmet up if you want to. They both have good venting up top and at the chin bar that you can open and close with a switch. The visors are a little bit different. So the Bell, it's sort of open or shut, kind of in this position or all the way back. The Simpson has a few different spots where you can leave it like partially open. The Bell and the Shoei, both, you pull up the visor from the middle, which I like. The Simpson, you pull it from the left side, which I guess they're thinking you're not going to use your throttle hand to push up your visor, but if you're sitting at a traffic light, you're in gear and you've got your hand on the clutch, it's hard. You got to reach around then with your right hand to lift up the visor. I prefer having visors that you can lift up from the middle like that. So with the Bell, I bought their photochromatic visor, which they make and you can buy separately, which means during the day it goes dark, and it actually really goes dark. Basically as dark as these dark smoke visors I have on both of these helmets and the Bell Bullitt. And then at night it turns clear, and it's fully clear, not even a tint to it. So I like that. They don't make a full photochromatic shield for the Simpson. They have a pin lock, which is photochromatic, which I've seen mixed reviews, mostly bad reviews actually on. So I haven't tried it. I didn't buy it. So I have multiple shades for the Simpson. This is $190 more expensive than the Bell. I'm not exactly sure why. Like maybe you're paying for slightly better materials, composite materials in the shell, but I don't necessarily think so. I think you're paying for the Simpson styling and a little bit of a premium for the Simpson name. And so if you want this look, then I guess you gotta pay for it. But from a value perspective, I would take this Bell all day. And for me, with a long oval head, this Bell just fits me a lot better than the Mod Bandit does. These two are definitely my go-tos if I'm doing longer rides. I just like the flexibility of a modular helmet. I've got a Cardo comm system. There's plenty of room in both of these for the speaker pods. That's no issue. And hooking up the Cardo to the side was no issue at all. I do think though on the SRT, I don't know where you would put, if you wanted to mount a GoPro on the front, this is the front vent. I'm not sure where you'd mount a GoPro. If you wanted to. On the Simpson, I put this chin mount right here. The Shoei also, this has a Senna comm system on it. Also has room for the chin mount right in front. And this obviously has all sorts of vents and everything. It's high speeds, it's good. But again, this thing, it rides a little bit hotter to me. This Bell Bullitt I got because I just think it looks really, really good. Just from a styling perspective. The field of vision in this helmet is amazing. Like, you can see it's got this small chin bar. When you're looking out, it feels like you're not wearing a helmet at all. I mean, the field of vision is huge. I like that. But this helmet is crazy loud. I know a lot of people online say that, and I 100% agree. You gotta wear earplugs, in my opinion. Also, this is really made for a round oval head shape. So again, I sized up to an XL. It just doesn't fit me perfectly. There's a couple pressure points, a little bit on my forehead. I've got speaker pods in here. They sort of press up against my ear a little bit as well, so it makes it not as comfortable. I definitely got this on some sort of sale or closeout or something. I forget what I paid. I'll look it up and I'll put it here. But the retail price, these are expensive. You're paying for that classic Bell Bullitt look. I would not pay the full price for this helmet. There's venting. There's an exhaust vent in the back. There's a vent in the front here. And just because this field of vision is so big, it flows plenty of air. You also have the vents up here. So you're not gonna feel hot or anything like that. Wind noise is gonna be your issue. This Biltwell Gringo, I bought this just to have something more minimalistic for around town. It's got no visor on it. You obviously have the buttons where you could add a visor. I just wear my riding glasses. Not great for touring. Hopefully I don't fall and hit my head with it. I'm sure it's a fine helmet. It's ECE 22.06 certified. Somewhat of a loud helmet, but I think the styling looks pretty cool. That's why I bought it. All right, let's do some try-ons. Y'all can see what they look like on me. So we'll go Mod Bandit. So this thing is just, it's a good looking helmet. It really is. There's a little movement. I feel like the longer I've had this, the more sort of wiggling it does left to right, but it's a comfortable and good looking helmet. See, for me, this thing just fits. Like, a little bit snugger. It's the right shape for my head. So for me, this is a little more secure, a little more comfortable. RF-1400. This is supposedly the lightest helmet of these three, but I just feel like it feels heavier. I don't know. A little bit more pressure on the cheeks, maybe a little bit more padding. High quality helmet, not as comfortable as either of these two. See, I think this is a good looking helmet. I mean, you can tell now though, just wearing it, like where the wind noise comes from. There's just a ton of room under the chin. This massive field of vision, good and bad. I mean, it's great. You look out, it's like you don't even know you're wearing a helmet. You don't see it. But again, the wind noise on this thing makes it really just an around the town helmet. This I got, I think it was on sale. This was just super inexpensive, so I bought it. Not quite the fit and finish of the others. Little bit of mushroom head maybe. I don't know. It's kind of a big shell, but I wear this around town. When you want kind of maximum airflow, no visor, short trips. That's the lineup. I don't know what helmet's next. I don't think I need one. My takeaways are, if safety is your absolute #1 priority and you're willing to pay a premium and you want to feel like you are wearing a highly engineered piece of equipment, Shoei RF-1400. If you want the flexibility of a modular helmet, I think both the Simpson Mod Bandit and the Bell SRT Modular are both great choices. If you've got the long oval head like me, I think the Bell is going to fit you better. And when you think about value at $200, less expensive retail, I think you go with the Bell. If you're dead set on that Simpson style, great helmet, you'll be happy with it, I'm sure. If style is all you care about just around town, I think there is not a helmet out there that looks better than this Bell Bullitt, but you will sacrifice some functionality because at highway speeds, this thing is super loud. I also think it's a really expensive helmet for what you're getting. So that's my take. I hope it's helpful. Hope you found it informative. Let's all pray that the quality of our helmets is irrelevant because we never have to worry about it or use it, but because shit does happen, make sure you are wearing a helmet when you ride. And if you've got a modular, pull out that drop-down visor. You don't need your helmet causing an injury. Just my 2 cents. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.